SGC here, and today's movie review is Kick-Ass 2, directed by Jeff Wadlow, who's directed Never Back Down back in 2008. So looking at his credentials, I think that's the only film that I sort of heard of. But anyway, let's get it on with the casting. So we got pretty much the same cast as last time. We have Aaron Taylor Johnson, who is Kick-Ass, Christopher Mintz-Plasse as Red Miss, aka Mother Beep, and then the awesome Chloë Grace Moretz as Hit Girl, and then we have Jim Carrey playing some dude. So this time storyline is that Red Miss becomes the Mother Beeper, and then he becomes a crazy supervillain, and he's really out to get Dave, aka Kick-Ass. So that's pretty much the entire storyline. So what did I like about this film? I would say I actually like the movies more than the comics, because if you read the comics are a lot darker, and then some of the stuff is kind of weird, like how Hit Girl looks like an actual 8-year-old in the comics, but she's so intense in the comics. But here, at least Chloe sort of looks 15, because I mean she is 16. And then you have Dave, Kick-Ass, who's in the comics is scrawny as crap throughout the entire comic. Doesn't even wear much gear. But in the movie, he's actually chilling it out, as in buffed and ready to rumble. And I would say I enjoy that too. And then there's also, not as dark. There's a lot more relatable things in the sense where it feels more real in the movies compared to the comics, because there's a lot of relational stuff that I think that in the movie it played well. Because I mean, you have the whole Hit Girl thing, as in she needs to lay it off, be a normal girl, and then the whole normal girl thing really goes up a notch, as in Chloe is so pretty and amazing. And so yeah, I really enjoyed the whole world creation of this movie. And was there that much to dislike? Not really. I mean, the violence is expected for Kick-Ass, though there's this one scene where Hit Girl slices this guy's arm off. For some reason, it was really badly edited for my version, so I might be thinking that there's some inconsistency in terms of what I'm getting in Hong Kong compared to what you guys would get in the rest of North America. Because I did see the scene where the hand actually comes off, but in the scene, I mean, it's in what I saw in Hong Kong didn't have that scene. So what else is there to say? I mean, it was Kick-Ass. It's interesting how this movie sort of makes it feel that, is this a comic book film or a real life situational, this happens in real life? But at the same time, I realized that in the end, that's when it felt more comic-y compared to the rest of the film. In the beginning, it felt a lot more real, and I applaud them to really push the boundaries of his it's real. Because I mean, when you think about all the other superhero stuff, comic adaptations, they all felt like comic adaptations. But for me, it Kick-Ass 2 felt like these guys are dressing up like idiots. Because I mean, why would anyone in the real world do that? But at the same time, you're these are idiots. These are what people would look like if they did dress up, pretending to be superheroes. As in, no one would accept them in the sense that they were real people. I really enjoyed Red Miss's performance throughout this film. I mean, as this is progression to Mother Effer, it was just awesome seeing him bantering, just thinking up the names, and just building his true supervillain. And I really enjoyed that too. Yeah, so I enjoyed it. This movie was enjoyable. I would say this is a lot faster. There was a lot more characterization in terms of compared to the first one, but you can't really blame it for the first one, because it was building up on the whole Big Daddy and Kick-Ass thing, where this one felt more Hit Girl and Red Miss-esque. So I enjoyed it. I don't know about you guys, but one warning or one heads up if you haven't seen this film is that there is an after credit scene, and if you're in the comics world, you would know what happens after this movie. There is something to come. Shrugs, who knows? But anyway, so check that out. Make sure you stay behind the credits, because it's an enjoyable after credit scene, because it'll be oh, I didn't know that if you didn't read the comics, but now you do because you watched my review anyway. But yeah, Kick-Ass 2, I enjoyed it for what it was. It was fun, it was stupid, it was corny, it was ugh. There wasn't that much bad about it, I would guess. It just met my expectations. Nothing that was that bad. Though I really enjoyed the cameos and the Easter eggs throughout the film. Though there is one thing that that I like to address in terms of like the whole Jim Carrey saying that, oh, I'm not promoting this film, is that it's funny how that he didn't promote the film, but yet his not promoting actually helped promote the film. But at the same time, Warren Ellis wrote an article about how we need violent films. And I would say, like, yeah, we do need violent films because it really addresses the whole, like, if you see it on television, you wouldn't relate 100% to the person, but there are some slivers of, like, oh, stuff that you can relate to. And it's like, yeah, you saw it on TV, you don't need to do it in real life. And I think that if we never had violent films or never had, like, crazy messed up stories, is that people would think about it in their inner selves and maybe reenact it in real life without these movies existing. And so that's a like real life commentary thing to talk about, is that violent film sort of is a relief for people that have violent thoughts, maybe. Like, I don't know. But anyway, that is all for this Kick-Ass 2 review. It's like, I enjoyed it. Characters were great. Characterization was like improved on compared to last time around, and it was enjoyable. Like, what did you expect from a Kick-Ass 2 movie, or even Kick-Ass in general? Yeah, so that is all. See you later.